Hey, welcome, guys. We have a Division Southeast tournament match. We've got the Fallen Lords tonight up against the GBs. I'm not sure what the GBs stand for, but I think the icon are of two dogs, so gotta figure out what that means. But Division Southeast, we've got the Fallen Lords number 2 seed versus the GBs number 7. First round. Let me tell these guys hi. Should be a good match. First round, everyone wants to make sure they go home happy. And the standings are pretty close. We don't have one team way ahead in front of another. We've got, pretty even. The Fallen Lords with the top seed has opted for map pick, giving first pick over towards the GBs. And interesting enough, the Fallen Lords have opted to go with Braxis Holdout as their first map pick. So they must have some sort of strategy figured out. So we'll be excited to see kind of what they have to discover here. But yeah, we'll jump into this draft. We're still waiting for 3 members of the Fallen Lords to jump in. And once we're all good to go, we will bring you to the draft screen. In the meantime, if you're here to root on your friends, your family, your enemies, I know these teams love to read the Discord chat or the Twitch chat, so just say hi or go. But we'll jump into this ASAP as soon as we have everyone in the lobby and ready to go. Okay, we've got the lobby filling up. Just waiting for the readies to be popped off, and we will jump into this draft. Again, if you're joining us late, we've got the Fallen Lords up tonight against the GBs. Number 2 seed Fallen Lords versus the number 7 seed GBs. First round of the tournament for this division. And they are taking us to Braxis Holdout. Okay. Let them know we're ready to go, and hopefully we will start this draft. I don't know too much about either of these teams. So we, figure it out as we go along, but I'm sure both teams have scouted out the opposing teams to find out kind of what they like to pick here. But going to Braxis Holdout, it's a 2-lane map, obviously, with 2-point controls, top and bottom. So you don't necessarily need to win the objective, as much as it's important to just control the map as much as possible. So if you're opting to just give up the top lane, but control bottom, or vice versa, it's kind of important to know what's going on here. But some good meta picks here on this map. Rexar, if you have a good Rexar player. Sonya for offlane again. Just control. I like to go with sustain builds here. Something that can also rip these merc camps pretty quickly. But we'll see what the draft looks like as soon as we jump into this thing. I think we're ready to go. Let's do this.
Braxis Holdout.
Again, Fallen Lords have opted to give first pick over to the GBs, which means first ban, first pick does go over to the GBs. Let's see what they prioritize here and if they have a draft they want to look for. You see the mouth band come out right away. Followed up with Varian band. Okay. Tassadar being opted to pull out. Tassadar has a great wave clear. Super important on this map to get wave priority. And there must be a Rexar player on the side of GBs, or they're just not worried about having that hero picked on them.
Our world is worth fighting
But pretty quick snap pick over onto the May for the GBs. With Varian out of the hero pool, getting rid of that ice block gets a little bit harder. But meta picks coming out from the Fallen Lords, we've got both Lunara and Stukov being picked up by Beef Prime and Slapdasher. Strong heroes, we're seeing more low blow builds coming out from Stukov, and that Sentry build, Magic build coming out from Lunara more and more up in the higher divisions. Let's see what these heroes go pick into, though.
Anytime you're ready.
2 strong heroes being picked up from the GBs with Dahaka and Raynor. Raynor for control on Merc camps, Dahaka just be able to control the top lane and bush into the bottom lane if needed. Next band coming out from the Fallen Lords, you see Anduin being pulled away. And the last band coming out from the GBs will be most likely a tank. Tank's strong this map. Rosh, Johanna, if they want to get rid of the Johanna. And they're opting for ETC. Okay. Have not chosen their offlane player just yet. Ooh, we see a Thrall Stitches being picked up here. Universe on the Thrall and Icer 189 on the Stitches.
So it begins.
The Deckard and P. Tom opting to pick into Tychus.
Well, it's about damn time.
Okay. And final pick out coming from the Fallen Lords. We're looking for probably more of an auto attack hero from Peanut Butter.
Here we go again.
And they're opting to go mage damage here with Crummy. So we have AA versus 2 magic users with some big hooks. If Crummy, you know, with the absence of a real good cleanse, Crummy has the option to go to here to go loop against the GBs. So, and based off the draft, I just have to, you know, in my opinion, I like the Fallen Lords draft a little bit more than the GB's draft. But we will see how it works out in game. But again, let's root these teams on as much as we can. They're giving it their all first round of playoffs. Number 2 seed, Fallen Lords, going up against the number 7 seed, GBs. And in the blue trunks, the Fallen Lords, we've got Peanut Butter on Chromie, Beef Prime on Lunara, Universe on Thrall, Icer 189 on Stitches, and Slapdasher on Stukov. And in your red trunks, we have the GBs, Jeezy Cheesy on May, Wadi Fathom on Raynor, P-Tom on Tychus, Sunpack on Deckard Cain, and Yori Dahaka, A-Rock.
Systems online. 10 seconds.
We don't see anything cheesy in terms of positioning for where they're going to start. Looks like both teams are starting this bottom lane. Traditional starting area. We don't see anyone sneaking around top lane to get a gank early. But the GBs should be wary of an early hook coming out from Stitches. Time trap in the bush here to get vision. And Stitches might be in trouble here. Deckard Cain got a good root on Stitches. Hook comes out into Raynor. He should be able to heal up fine. Oh, wait a minute. Does Lunara have a kill here? No, Deckard Cain doesn't keep up the potion here. Root comes out. Misses. Let's take a look here at talents. We've got Thrall going to Rolling Thunder, Timewalker's pursuing Chromie. We do see a low blow comes to Chukov. And we do see rotations into the camps at the 1 minute mark. And just looking at, we do see May going to a heavy pact at level 1. Heavy pact into 2 magic users. Okay. And we have Exterminator being picked up by Raynor. We might see an invade here coming out from the Fallen Lords. May's doing her best to control positioning and get vision. Hook comes out and misses. You have the bottom objective captured from the blue team. Thrall is holding strong top lane. But we do have a hard camp pushing bottom lane for the GBs, which should push the Fallen Lords back a little bit. Dahaka was forced to pour it out. We have an invade here from May. Level 4 should be online momentarily for the Fallen Lords, and they are online here. See the Abiotic armor being picked up by Stukov. Tenderizer from Stitches. Toxin from Lunara. And Manatide can pick up by Brawl. But still, Dahaka is able to control that point. Even with Dahaka porting back, we didn't see Thrall step up to get that control point. But meanwhile, the front wall of this fort is pretty much all the way gone here. About half the health of this bottom tower. Root comes out by Deck Arcane, lands onto both Chromie and Stitches. Damage being poured on by Tychus. Lunara might be in trouble here. First kill does go over to Lunara with an auto attack landed by Mei, and the channel is grabbed by the GBs. And with Lunara down for another 10 seconds, they're going to get a good channel here. Thrall's able to recapture the top tower. 24% channel grabbed by the GB so far. The Hawk is looking to get the channel back. Does get flipped over. We see Lunara back into this scrim bottom lane. Hook just landed a Rainer. He might be in trouble here. Unfortunately, Chromie Q does miss. And the channel is now re-grabbed by the Fallen Lords. Dahaka's looking to get that back top lane. Mei is forced to use her straight ability to get some health back. Good hook onto Mei. Cheesy might be in trouble here. Silence. Is the poison going to be able to take him down? No. But it will force Mei to port back to get some health back. Let's see if the Fallen Lords put some pressure onto this tower bottom. They do see 3 members of GBs porting back their base to get some health. Leaving just Mei to defend this. And they're going to focus down on this bottom health pool, which will go down. Level 8 is going to get picked up by Chromie pretty soon, which will give her ultimate. And I would not be surprised if we saw a loop. Looping either Tychus or Rainer would be a great option. Hook does land on a Mei, huge hook. But she is able to scoot away. Level 8 is online, and we do see Chromie go into Slowing Sands, another great option. See Mei trying to get the channel back here as much as she can. Mei might be in trouble here. I'm not sure if she has her trade up. She does. We see the Haka port down, burrow down. Hung misses, unfortunately, but the channel does pop over to the GBs. Good hook on the Tychus. I'm not sure if he's going to live. He does go down, even up the kill count to 1-1. Hook, Tug lands onto Stitches. Followed up with a Deckard Root onto 2 characters. And Mei, just gets away. Channel was re-grabbed by the Fallen Lords and climbing at 60%. See Dahaka waddling top lane. Dahaka was able to stop that channel, but with him being so low, I'm not sure if he's able to survive this. Fantastic root kill onto Dahaka from Brawl. And this channel is going to go over to the side of the Fallen Lords in a second here. which will push bottom lane for the Fallen Lords and top lane for the GBs. Knock is down for another 3 seconds. Level 10s are going to be online in a second for the Fallen Lords. And we're going to go ahead and see Swipe coming out from Stukov. We do see Putrid Bile coming out from Stitches. And Earthquake from Thrall. Hook does land into Decker Kane. Forcing the Bile out. Slapdasher slaps away. Living up to his name. And most likely, we're going to see a rotation. The bottom lane of Fallen Lords most likely will rotate to the top lane, giving the advantage of the Thrall against the Dahaka here as they push into this top tower.
Zerg eliminated.
Field researchers are exciting, they said.
But level 10s were picked up by the GBs with Avalanche, Hyperion, Commander Odin, Adaptation, and we're holding on Deckard Cain's next ult. Not sure if it could be Lornado or Stay a While. He does go into Stay a While and listen.
Toasty.
Let's see if they can combo these picks here. The GBs are down a little bit in structure health. You have 2 members of the GBs up here with 4 members, my apologies, of Fallen Lords. And Raynor might be in trouble here. If the hook does land, hook misses, unfortunately, for Stitches. Waddy Fathom with his excellent dodge skills is able to get away. Take a look here. Hook does land at Stitches. Forcing Future Bile out. May might be in trouble here. Forcing the trade outs from May. Dahaka's going in pretty deep. I'm not sure what's going on here. Stay Wild Listen does hit. Tongue onto Stukov. May goes down. Stukov does survive. Yes. So 2 for nothing on that engagement with the GBs stepping up pretty far, but losing 2 of their characters in the meanwhile. And I'm not sure if Dahaka's able to get away from this. He goes down 3 for 0 so far. Take that. No, Raynor's able to stay up. So 3 for 0 so far. We're going to see the channel click over to the Fallen Lords as they put pressure into this top fort. Oh, good earthquake on a Deckard Cain. Hook misses. Level 13s are online for the Fallen Lords. And with the Stukov opting to go into that full E-build with It Hungers. Channel at about 65% and climbing. This looks like perhaps a give on the side of GBs. And they're going to have a full health objective walking towards the top lane. Wild does come out. May's able to scoot away. Hook misses onto Deckard Cain. Good try. And this is going to be a pretty hard defense for the GBs. Hyperion comes out to do some damage to the Merc Wave. Hook lands on a Deckard. He might be in trouble here. Lunara falling with magic and silences from Stukov. Fantastic kill onto Raynor. Avalanche does land onto Slapdasher and Peanut Butter, but they're going to keep pushing top. Top 4 does go down. Hook comes out, does land a Deckard Cain. Big hook. Silence hits. And 2 for nothing so far. As this wall looks like an afterthought. And to make it even worse for the GBs, Thrall's able to take out Dahaka bottom lane. Feels bad. And this top wall does go down. If Stitch is able to hit a big hook here, it could push into this keep. Looks like we see the Fallen Lords opt to pull out. They are level 16 versus 13. Not sure if they're going to position for camps. They have this bottom siege camp up, top hard camp. I guess all the camps are up now. The GBs still have a way to get back into this game, but they do need to soak back up to 16 and fight on an even talent tier. Fortunately, it looks like Meg is able to go down with the Lunar damage. And the Fallen Lords are going to steal away this this top siege camp away from the GBs. And are we going to see an engagement here? Bottom lane onto Haka? No, they're going to take away this hard camp as Thrall is going to clear out this wave here. Pings are coming out. The GBs do know that Fallen Lords are bottom. But we're going to see the boss started by the Fallen Lords. Looks like the GBs are not going to contest this. And this should go bottom, I believe. No, it's opting to go top, of course. I'm wrong again. So the Fallen Lords still have a level 16 talent advantage for the time being. Big hook onto May. Followed up with Lunar damage. Stay a while does land on the Fork Heroes. But we see the Putrid Bout come out. And all that poison damage coming out from Stitches and Lunara is going to put a lot of pressure onto Deckard's pots. Good root hits. And this might be game with the boss walking top and the Fallen Lords taking out this keep. And they're opting to start on this core. Raynor is in base, just waiting. GGs are coming out. And with a pretty dominating showing, we have 13 kills to 1 with the Fallen Lords taking game 1 of this best of 3 round 1 tournament. Just looking at the numbers, yeah, the numbers sort of speak for themselves. We have 13 kills over to 1. Lenora did lead in damage with her poison damage. Thrall did a great job with leading in all numbers but hero damage. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a game 2 popped up pretty soon and get a little bit more competitive gain for the GBs. Okay, lobby's up for game 2. We are going to Alterac Pass. And looks like first draft is going over to Fallen Lords. So looks like, you know, with a choice of map pick or first pick on the GBs, they've opted for map pick and given the first choice over towards the Fallen Lords. Interesting. See if that works for them. Obviously, that worked for the Fallen Lords in game 1. Not sure what the comfort level is on the Alterac Pass map for either of these teams. This map tends to be one of the longest maps that you can play in a regular game. I've seen multiple games go plus 30 minutes. But let's see what the strategy here is for either team. Readies are coming out. Let's see how this goes for game number 2. All right, we got the readies for everybody. Okay, game number 2. We have the Fallen Lords up 1. Let me change that score real quick. Best of 3. Fallen Lords fighting to go into the second round of Division Southeast playoffs. GBs fighting for their tournament life. First pick going over towards the Fallen Lords. Or first ban and first pick. Varian being taken out once more. There must be a Varian player on the side of the GBs. Let's see if bans stay somewhat the same. They do so far. Varian and Malf were banned out first round last game. Next ban coming out from the Fallen Lords. Anduin. So similar ban so far. And last ban of this round coming out from the GBs looks to be Lunara. Lunara's pretty good on this map. Don't blame them for taking that hero out. Plus, Lunara last game was pretty devastating towards the GBs. First pick, Fallen Lords. This is a good Stitches map, but we do see Beef Prime opt into Zul'jin. Good siege hero plus good hero damage. We see Stitches Junkrat being picked up from the GBs. Traps coming out and gorges perhaps onto the traps or hooks onto traps. Pretty devastating combo if you can pull it off. And I want to say Jeezy Cheesy played the May last game. So I'm not sure if there's a role swap here or they're going to swap heroes in the intermission screen here where they can swap. But next 2 picks coming out, we see Uther and Thrall being picked up again. Or Thrall once more and Uther being grabbed here. And this third round ban coming out from the GBs looks to be I want to say get rid of the Haka, but or yeah, I don't know. But get rid of something that is giving them problems. Same ban coming out from them. We see ETC being taken out. And final ban coming out from the Fallen Lords. They still need a healer on the side of the GBs as well as an offlaner. Getting rid of Stukov. And next 2 picks coming out from the GBs.
So it begins.
So we see decorated once more, and Jeezy Cheesy picking up the Gazlo. And last two picks coming out from the Fallen Lords. They do need some sort of tank, or they can just go Uther tank. But let's see what they choose here.
Our world is worth fighting
Oh.
for. Here we go again.
And this go around, Icer's opting to go into May, with Chromie being picked up again once more by Peanut Butter.
For the Nexus.
And final snap pick coming out from the GBs is Orphea. Okay. So based off the draft, this is going to be tough. I do like the Fallen Lords draft a little bit more. I think they can control and sustain a little bit better than the GBs. As this game goes on and on and on, I believe that the GBs will do a little bit better as Sitches comes online, and Deckard, if he goes for those infinite pots, is going to let his team sustain for quite a while with the Drunkrat traps, Gazlo bombs. But we'll see how this turns out. Game number 2, we have the Fallen Lords up 1-0 on the GBs. Again, if you're in Twitch chat, these teams on, let them know you're here. But let's go into this game. On the blue side, we've got Universe on Thrall once more, Beef Prime on Zul'jin, Icer on May, Peanut Butter on Chromie, and Slapdasher on Uther. And on the right, we have P-Tom on Sitches, same pack on Deckard Cain, A-Rock on Junkrat, Waddy Fathom on Orphea, and Jeezy Cheesy this time on to the Gazlo. Gazlo and Thrall are opting to go straight top lane, it looks like. Most important thing on this map is at the 1 minute mark, whoever is responsible for grabbing your merc camps grabs those merc camps to get that push. Probably more important than anything else early on. Hook does not land on the Chromie. Good try. But Thrall is able to land his wolf onto Sitches. And P-Tom's actually opted to go for the globe build here, hungry for more. So he's going to be gathering regeneration globes, which will give him enhanced health and movement speed. But he needs it. He's getting pretty low here. One minute mark's about to hit. Let's see if either team sends anyone over to take care of this merc camp. Hook goes out, finds air. And we do see Junkrat, Deckard Cain, and Stitches opt to go towards the hard camp. They're going to miss a little bit of soak here mid lane. Look, nope, looks like Stitches is coming back for the soak grab. Orphea coming mid. Leaving Chromie bottom lane, just catching mid soak. And Uther and Zul'jin are not going to have a hard time taking out this camp. But merc camps are grabbed first by the GBs. Rotation here, bottom lane from Sitches and Junkrat. Looking at Chromie. Can we hit the hook here? Hook does land at Chromie, but there's no fallout from his team. Unfortunately, they backed away too soon. The boop does land. Can we take him out? And the kill, first kill does go over to the side of GBs. Good hook from Stitches. And luckily enough, they had the follow-up to come back and take out that Chromie. This looks like it's going to be a stalemate here with both merc camps pushing. Hook lands onto May. Ice Wall comes out immediately. Boop goes out. Stitches low on mana. Might port back or just opt to... Looks like he's porting back. Waddy Fathom might be in trouble here. You should realize it's 4v1. And what do we see here?
All right, lads and lassies, keep our prison guards from being captured and get our soldiers out of the hordes.
And we're going to see the Fallen Lord start to grab this channel here. Channel is captured from the Fallen Lords. The GBs do have the Merc camp pushing mid lane. So the Fallen Lords will need to be forced back to take care of that lane momentarily. But channel is going. Root lands on the Meg, and then with the Boop here. Boop goes out, channel's recaptured. And that mid Merc camp is pushing mid lane. Thrall is going to try to clear that up as best he can. Momentarily, though, we have a numbers advantage for the Fallen Lords. Bottom and mid point. We see rotation here in mid lane. That Merc camp's going to get some good damage in this front wall here of the opposing team's fort. Hook lands it onto Uther. Fantastic kill does land onto Uther with the hook coming out from Stitches. 2 for 0. Level 7s are online for both teams. Stitches might be in trouble here. He's able to waddle away. With this channel going over towards the red side, it is captured by Zul'jin. Gazlo is low here. He might want to retap and come back into this fight. Orphea. Boop comes down to Uther. Hook onto Chromie. Unfortunately, no clear follow-up to take her out. And that Junkrat Teeth is just chasing the opposing team. Looks like Chromie's going to try to look for a sneaky grab here. Sitch is doing his best to stop the stop here, but Junkrat is taken out. 5v4 right now. May's going to go ahead and recapture. And when Junkrat down for another 13 seconds and Orphea going down here, this next objective phase might be grabbed by the Fallen Lords. Sitch is trying to save his friend Gazza, but was taken out either way. Sitch is looking for a hook. Hook does miss, unfortunately, for Sitches. And this channel with 10 seconds. I'm not sure if the GBs are going to be able to defend this. They're going to opt to grab their Merc camp here and have that pushing during the objective phase. Level 10s will be online first for the Fallen Lords. And depending on how this goes, they might be fighting for a while with level 10s with this objective phase. Yeah, and we do have Thrall soak up XP. So they're going to have a level 10 advantage going into this next objective push. And Chromie might be cut off here. Oof. Fortunately, Junkrat's not going to be able to have the traps in line set up for Chromie to get taken out. And we do see the red team start to clear out this bottom objective push. The 3v3, 3v4 advantage here on the side of the Fallen Lords here with numbers.
Is that the best you can do, Frost? That won't be enough.
The Mercs were able to clear out that mid lane for the GBs with Stitches helping. And we are seeing rotations here. Uther and Zul'jin are going to grab this Merc wave. The GB's Merc should spawn in about 5 seconds. Level 10s are aligned for both teams. We see Citrus opting to Gorge. Stay a while and listen for Deck Arcane. Crushing Jaws for Orphea. Riptire from Junkrat. And Gravel Bomb from Gazlo. Looks like we see a flanking maneuver here coming out from the Fallen Lords. See the members of the Fallen Lords rotate bottom lane against here as an Orphea. He's going to slow, and this Orphea is going to get taken out. Smart play coming out from the Fallen Lords, and are we going to see a rotation here in the boss?
Captured more of our troops. You know what to do.
No, they're looking. Level 13s are picked up first by the Fallen Lords. So rotation here in mid lane to clear out this Merc camp pushing mid.
Time for some action. Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde.
Oof. Universe almost taking out Gazlo top lane. He's being forced to port back. See a rotation here against the Thrall top? No. He gets away in just enough time. Hook does land into Thrall. Deck Kane's able to capture the point. Stay While Listen does land to 4 players. Gorge just got into Zul'jin. I'm not sure if his Tazdingo is up. Beef Prime at about 5%. Invulnerable goes out from Uther. Great Divine Shield to keep that Zul'jin up. I'm not sure if he needed it, but just the insurance to keep him up is important. Plus, Zul'jin is able to retain his Tazdingo for a little bit longer. But the point is going over the side of the GB so far. 15 seconds. Root does land from Deckard Cain. Gravel Ball comes out from Degazlo, hits 2 members. Maze stunned. Gazlo might be in trouble here. Earthquake comes out from Thrall. 3 seconds on channel. Oh, that hurts. AR Rock might be in trouble. Hook does land. Stun onto Stitches. And we do see Deckard go into those big healthy pots here, so a lot of burst heals now online for the GBs. But Stitches might be, oh, fantastic stairwell coming out for the Orphea. Crushing Jaws takes out 1 hero with the Ucher, plus the Gorge out into Thrall. This might be a dead War Chief. Yes, that's 2 for 0 so far. And Zul'jin's gonna opt to grab the channel. Hook does land a Zul'jin with the trap coming out. Zul'jin's being forced to pop his Tazdingo. He'll get taken out. 3 for 0. And this game is opened back up for the GBs to get the objective pushing with 2 members of the Fallen Lords down for another 10 seconds or so.
Brace yourselves. The horde's raiders will be here soon.
We have all 5 members of the GBs pushing top. Gonna open up this top lane for this boss. They have to go for it. And we see members of Fallen Lords pushing bot. But meanwhile, GBs are getting fantastic damage up on this top keep wall. And with a pretty healthy objective pushing top, this is going to put some pressure onto the keep. Hook lands onto Chromie. Stasis comes out. The Junkrat bomb is able to confirm the kill. Gravelon comes out, does miss, unfortunately, for the GBs. Big boop from Junkrat. Deckard Root lands onto Uther. This keeps it about half health. Avalanche comes out, misses. Stun onto Stitches. Can they confirm the kill on Stitches? And Thrall is able to kill Stitches. I think the Junkrat boop might have helped get that kill onto Stitches. Unfortunately for the GBs, they still have an objective pushing mid lane into this wall here. I'm not sure if the GBs are going to stop this or just let the towers take it out, but that final mid push was able to take out that one cannon and a wall. We do see the Fallen Lords start the top boss camp. And with Stitches down for another 6 seconds, I'm not sure if the GBs are able to even contest this with Gazlo bottom lane. We do see GBs trying to sniff this out. Hook lands onto the boss. And it looks like the blue team is going to opt to clear out mid lane and let the boss push top as Zul'jin starts their Merc camps. This is going to be sort of a free clear for the GBs. Probably could have had 3 members of the Fallen Lords, or even 4, stay top to secure that top fort to alleviate some of the pressure on the top waves. As the Fallen Lords may have to pour back periodically to clear out towers and cannons being put pressure on the top keep.
I've got eyes on our forces. Move in and get them out of there.
We do see Junkrat top lane. So the Fallen Lords, it's a 4v4 here. Mace stun lands onto Gazlo. Gravel Bomb comes out. Crushing Jaws does miss, unfortunately. Stay a while, listens, lands on nobody. Big avalanche from May. Gets 3 characters here. Earthly comes out. This is a skirmish, boys. Unfortunately, Stitches does go down in the meantime. 1 for nothing, but the Fallen Lords are pretty low here. Peanut Butter is forced to port back. She's got about 300 health left. And I feel like if Stitches just walked over one of those pots, he would have been able to stay into that fight a little bit longer and perhaps stay up. And when Stitches down for another 30 seconds and Chromie coming back, I'm kind of inclined to tell the GBs to just back off and get their Merc wave. Okay, Orpheus is doing some work onto Universe. Orpheus is front-lining this, not letting that team come into her. Who needs a tank if you got Orphea laning Qs? And the GPs were able to defend that objective 4v5 and down a level. As the GBs start to channel this, we do see Thrall forced to go top to make sure that top keep does not go down. Channel is started by the GBs. They do see Thrall top lane, so they do know they have numbers. We do have Stitches bottom lane trying to clear out. Channel is still going. We see Chromie start to stop the channel. Bomb comes out, is knocked out for the Junkrat. Orphe gets put into the avalanche and taken out with a Gazlo and Uther stun. AR Rock is saved. Fantastic by the Stitches, and stay a while and listen. Does Gazlo make it out alive? Good root from Deckard Cain stops the the ice into the Mei, and Stitch's hook just misses on the Zul Jin. And with 2 members of the GBs down for another 30 or so seconds, I believe this next objective should go over to the side of the Fallen Lords. Give them some time to get some waves cleared out. The GBs did capture their Merc wave, which will push in mid. Stitch is looking for a hook. Does land onto Uther, unfortunately. Oh! Over the wall, but able to eat him over the wall. Can they secure a kill onto Uther? Divine Shield does come out. Hook lands again to Uther. Slapdasher does go down. Finally, followed up by the grapple bomb onto Mei. Earthquake's forced out from Thrall. Beef Prime is just throwing damage into Stitches. Oh, huge kill out from Orphea. Flipped on its head, taking out 2 heroes in one swoop. 2 for 1 trade so far. And they were able to resecure the camp with the minions. Chromie, though, taking out the Orphea. It's 2 kills for 2. Mei's going to try or do her best to take this out, but Zul Jin's able to secure the kill onto Gazlo. That fight was pretty nutty. And this objective is finally going to go over the side of the Fallen Lords. But meanwhile, that Merc camp that they captured during that objective phase pushed into that mid keep, taking out the mid keep for the Fallen Lords. Which will make clearing out these objectives a little bit easier for the GBs. All members of Fallen Lords are back up now. Looks like Chromie is going to put some pressure into this bottom lane, and Zul Jin and Mei are bot, looking to get some keep structure a little more equitable for the Fallen Lords. They should be careful here. Stitches has hooks up. Stitches looking for an angle here to land a hook without hitting the minion. Mid fort does go down. Stitches angling for hook, does land onto Thrall. Stay a while and listen. And this might be trouble for Thrall as they're able to secure the kill. Gravel ball comes out. Universe is still up. Thrall finally goes down. Icer might be in trouble here, forcing out the trait build. Beef Prime doing some work. Hook again onto Mei. And this Mei is not going down. Combination of Uther's extra armor and her trait is able to keep the Mei up just a little bit longer. And Orphea is trying to clear this out, but Orphea is able to save the top keep. So a little bit they did trade a keep here. But as you see on the map, we have the Fallen Lords missing their mid keep, and their top keep is pretty unhealthy. We're going to see the GBs start putting pressure on this bottom boss. This fight is pretty kooky here. We do see 4 members of the Fallen Lords try to sniff this out. It is a 5v4. This is where the GBs should back out and force a fight here with numbers. Stay a while, listen, does land. Gravel Bam. Oh, I think the Junkrat bomb boots him out of the gravel bomb. And Orphea was taken out by Zul Jin's auto attacks.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Objective is up. Orphea is down for another 45 seconds. Again, Thrall is showing on this map. He's showing mid. And we are going to see another Merc grab from both these teams to put some pressure in. And with Orphea down for another 8 seconds, looks like they're going to have it's going to be 5v5 in this next objective phase for both teams. Hook goes out, unable to find anyone so far. Deckard starting the channel here with Hook just missed. Earthquake does land on Uther. Big gravel bomb, still won't listen. Thrall's pretty unhealthy, but Zul'jin again is able to take out the junk grab with his awesome auto attacks. 2 so far for 0. But this channel should get cleared out by the minions. They are picked up. 3 for 0 so far for the Fallen Lords. And we're gonna see another kill land onto Orphea. 4 for 0 with his last team fight, and we see, well, I don't know if they can end with 1 keep down. It's gonna be hard. This camp is gonna have, I think it's 40 armor. Yeah, this camp has 40 armor. Let's see. Well, they're burning down pretty quickly here. And looks like it's going to be a 2 for 0, game 2, heading over to the Fallen Lords as they stamp their ticket for the semifinals. Wow. Good games coming out from the Fallen Lords. Let's see if we can grab one of the captains to do interview. I believe that was Universe. Jump into this lobby here. But just looking at pure numbers here, we did see Thrall leading in both structure damage and XP, with Zul'jin leading hero damage. But I gotta say, Orphe did a great job here, putting damage into the heroes on the opposing team. Unfortunately, someone has to win, and we have the Fallen Lords taking a 2-0 domination over the GBs, and we are going to get some representation coming from the Fallen Lords in a second. And we do have Mr. Universe stepping into the lobby here.
Hello.
Mr. Universe, congratulations on your victory here
Thank you.
the first round of the NGS Division Southeast. It's a big word. Division Southeast tournament.
Yeah.
You guys came in as the number 2 seed against the number 7 seed. And I'm not sure, obviously, how this went during the regular season. But you guys actually, since you guys had the higher seed with the tournament, you had the choice of map pick or first pick, and you opted for map pick.
We did.
And took us to Braxis Holdout, the most cancer map in the hero pool of all maps. Can you tell me why you chose that map? Was that sort of a strategy going in with your friends, with your teammates, or was that just sort of like an off pick you guys opted to pick to start the game?
It snowballs so quickly and so easily. If you can get traction, then it feels like it gives you good inertia for the rest of the match, and we're pretty good there. So we went.
Awesome. How many times have you played that map this season?
I don't know. Not sure. Enough.
And they didn't ban it. Okay.
No, I think they were more. They banned some other stuff that we like too. I think, but you can't ban everything.
You can't. You can't ban everything. You get 2 bans, and that's it. You guys controlled that map pretty well. I think the kills were pretty lopsided in your favor.
Yeah, it was 13-1.
Yeah, it was pretty lopsided. But yeah, you guys did a great job there. Game 2, and I think he gets flipped on you. They have the GBs have the choice of first pick or map pick because they lost game 1. They opt for map pick and give you first pick and take you to Alterac. And it was a pretty back and forth game for a long time. There were some funny fights in the mid game that could have gone either way, and a couple times I thought it was going on the side of GBs, but Zul Jin, which I believe was played by Beef Prime, was able to sneak over and just do havoc with his auto attacks. Talk to me about your draft, what you were looking for, and how comms were when it was looking pretty shaky, especially when I kept having to see you go top lane to clear out those waves.
Yeah. Well, going into it, we had a pretty good feeling they were probably going to go for the Stitches and the Junkrat, and we talked about it, but we just more or less decided to let them have it and to make sure we got Zul'jin was what we did in the draft there. So we got Zul'jin, and then after that, it seemed like they didn't really know how to deal with my Thrall the first game, so I went with it again. And same thing for Chromie. We took their May away from them and took the Uther, I think, for some cleansing for the Junkrat nonsense.
Junkrat nonsense, yeah.
What else can you call it?
Yeah.
All those traps and stuff. It's just, you're just so limited on how you can actually engage a team when that's what's happening. So yeah, they did it to us last time too, and it was pretty similar. We were just back and forth, and then late game we were able to win a big fight and core, and it could happen this game too. But yeah, I was definitely I was running around like a chick with my head cut off that game a little bit, but I was able to hang in there, and got some good wave clear. Had some really stupid deaths, but it worked out.
Well, congratulations. Looks like next round, you guys are going to play Rise and Grind.
Yes.
Looks like Rise and Grind, the number 6 seed, was able to beat 9 Avatara.
Yeah.
Avatar. And I'm not sure if it was an upset or what, but you guys, number 2 Fallen Lords, are going to play up against Rise and Grind. How did that results? How did you guys do against Rise and Grind during the regular season, if you remember?
We lost 2-1, came down to the third game. It's really close. They're a solid team. Definitely, I think it was more or less the top 6 teams in our division were separated by like
a point or two.
Final weeks. It's like, for instance, depending on how our last match went in the regular season, we could have either been the 6 seed or the 2 seed.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of parity in our division. So
that's to point that to the NGS people that put these teams together in divisions. They don't. I mean, sometimes the team sneaks in there that just like doesn't lose a map ever. But it looks like in your division, looks like it was pretty fair across the board.
Oh yeah, it felt very, very even. There was especially because there was a lot of those situations where, like, for instance, like, we beat FC Hong Kong beat 9 Avatara, and so forth. It's like those rings where it's like every single team like has beat the other, so it's like there's not a clear cut favorite when you have this. The same.
Well, going into next week, you guys are looking for some revenge off the regular season, and I'm sure you're doing your homework now, or getting ready to do your work on drafting and what to ban out and what to pick.
And we're because the 9 Avatar are also like we're the same clan as them.
You're saying, you guys are the same team structure.
We're the same. We're just we're 2 teams in the same clan.
Oh, what clan is that?
We don't really have a name, but it's like we all come from another game called Myth, and
okay, cool.
We had to split into 2 teams.
Got it. Oh, okay, awesome. Well, any words you can give us for next week against Rise and Grind?
Looking forward to it. I know it's going to be hard fought. Those guys are one of the best teams in the division, and it's going to be fun.
Well, I love the outlook. Any last shout outs you want to make towards your Twitch listeners?
Yeah, happy birthday, John. I know you played through adversity today. Well done. Kicked ass. Congrats to the rest of the team. You did great. Great season by GBs. Thanks to NGS, and thanks to the whole Clan of Myth people for playing and sticking together. So awesome. And thanks to you for streaming.
No worries. Well, congrats on your win tonight, and hopefully we can pick you guys up next week in your semifinal match.
Cool. Thanks, Danny.
Hey, GG's.
Take it easy.
Well, boys, that was the Fallen Lords versus the GBs in Division Southeast first round of the tournament. Want to mention that I have lowered the quality of all NGS casters once more. So if you're looking to cast, jump into the NGS Discord, put in there that you are interested in casting, and someone will give you a cap to do what I do, is make casters look bad. But again, I'm Danny, MF CEO, and I am signing off.